The Beatles, the band that is allegedly more popular than Jesus. The band that led the first British invasion of America that did not involve a navy, and the band that the Vatican later had to forgive for saying that they were more popular than Jesus. My name is Ainsley, and I've been playing keyboard for 5 years, so I will teach you today how to play Hello Goodbye by, you guessed it, the Beatles. This song was released in November of 1967, along with the song I'm the Walrus. It was later released on the album Magical Mystery Tour. This song is very simple and easy to play, a very good beginner song. It was actually my first song that I learned on the keyboard. So I wrote out a chord sheet to follow along with. These capital letters are the note names, and what's next to them determines what type of chord it is. This signifies minor, which sounds like this, a little bit sadder. This signifies major, which sounds like this, happier. And this signifies diminished, which is very harsh and tense. And right here, next to the slash, this is when the left-hand note of a chord does not match the root note, which for most of these chords, the root note will be the lowest note, but sometimes it's not. And sometimes the left-hand note will not match up with that. So to start in the verse, we start with a D minor chord, which is this, played with D in the bass. For all of these chords in the verse, it is played 8 times before moving on to the next. So it goes D minor, C major, B diminished, A minor, G major, back up to A minor, and back down to G major. So played correctly, it should sound like this. Then the transition to the chorus, which is called the pre-chorus, starts with a G major held out, not staccato, and then moves to a B diminished, so just moving the thumb down to an F, but keeping your left hand on the G, then moving your top 2 notes down to make an F major chord in your right hand while keeping the G in your left hand. Then you jump back up to a C major to start the chorus. The chorus is again all held out. Starts in C major, then the thumb moves down to a B, and the left hand also moves down to a B. So in the right hand you have an E minor. Then you move down to an A minor, G major, down to an F major, and then you move up to an A flat major, which these are the only black notes you will see in the entire song. Then you move back up to C major and do the progression again. To go back to the verse, you play C major 4 times and then go to the D and play through the verse. The only time that is different is the last chorus of the song, where you play through the progression 3 times instead of 2, and then just go to the outro, which is just C major the whole time, different rhythms. You can jump around a bit if you want to have a little bit of fun, but it's just C major. So that's a song. It's like I said, it's really simple, and now you can impress your friends at parties by saying, "Oh, I know how to play a Beatles song on the piano." And then you could just whip this out. So, thank you. Are there any questions?
Yeah. What key is this song in?
So the key, which is what notes are used for this song, is C major, which the C major scale is all the white notes, C to C.
Yeah. Follow-up question. If it's in C major and they're all white notes, how come there are black notes being used?
So Paul decided that he didn't like the way a transition would sound from F to C in the C major scale. A very common used one would be like from F to G up to C, which kind of sounds cheesy and lame. So Paul decided to use notes from other scales. These two black notes, the A flat and the E flat, to transition up to C. It sounds cooler and more interesting.